Hello everybody, this is Conquering History Games, and welcome back to some Hearts of Iron 4 on the channel. I guess the break was going to be shorter than I realized. Today I'm going to be playing a different mod. It's called Equestria at War version Knights and Flowers 1.0. For those of you who have played this mod before, it has actually not updated in the Steam Workshop yet. I was actually given this pre-release version of the mod by the developers, so thank you very much to them. So because of that, I just want to state up front real quick that it could be hot code. I was already playtesting a little bit, and it seems to be working fine, but in case there's anything buggy, it's a pre-release. Now, let's first talk about the elephant in the room here. This is a mod that is based on the My Little Pony universe. And for some reason that really upsets people, even though I consider it to be just yet another fantasy world like Star Trek or Warcraft or whatever. I'm not going to be tolerating any people getting really upset in the comments. Oh, I think I need to turn the music down a little. I'm not going to tolerate it. I'm just going to delete it. And honestly, if it's upsetting you that much, just turn the video off. Nobody's forcing you to watch it, okay? But if you do turn away from this mod just because you're upset about the portraits, you are missing out on what is, in my opinion, the best total map conversion mod on Hearts of Iron 4 right now. The amount of detail and work that has gone into this mod is insane in the best way possible. Now, we're actually listening to the Hearts of Iron 3 soundtrack right now because this mod includes more musical tracks, which is great. I know I'm not the only one who sometimes gets a little bit tired with the first OST, but I'm not 100% sure on what's licensed music and what is not, so we're just going to be listening to the Hearts of Iron 3 soundtrack for now. Anyway, let's just jump into this. So we're going to start a new game. This is the world of Equestria, and this first episode is going to be pretty long, which you can probably tell by the time you've clicked on it, because I'm certainly not an expert, but I'm going to be trying my best to explain the lore of Equestria and MLP to give some context to everything that's going on. But this was also something that just clicked in my mind last week, is there's probably also going to be people who like MLP, but they don't know Hearts of Iron 4. So I'm going to kind of have to at least basically go over that. So it's gonna be kind of like the first episode of my Russian Republic campaign, where it's gonna be pretty long. I'm probably gonna be pushing about an hour. Anyway, let's jump into it. You have several countries here, and there's a few of them that I plan on playing eventually. But we're gonna first start with Equestria itself, which is probably it's the most famous one here. And this has a lot of different paths that this can go down, and I'll talk about it more once we get in there, but let's just go over the brief history. Equestria has lived in harmony for over a millennia under the guidance of Princess Celestia. The nation has faced many minor threats in the recent past and has prevailed with the power of friendship and forgiveness. However, circumstances seem to be changing as Equestria's enemies have roused themselves and are now a credible threat. The peace-loving nation of ponies now finds itself in a new world with foes at their borders, but among their numbers as well. How will Equestria approach the troubling times ahead, and will friendship and harmony still be in its mantra? Alright, let's jump into it. No Iron Man mode or historical focuses, because in my experience they make mods crash sometimes. Plus, what's the point of doing Iron Man mode in a mod? Alright, now, there's a ton of things going on here, and I'm going to try to go over them as we encounter it. This is a continent called Griffonia. We're not even going to pay attention to it for at least a while. This is the country we were playing as, Equestria. We are the head of a faction, the United Ponies Alliance, which consists of us and the Crystal Empire up here, which is a kind of an integrated puppet, and New Maryland, which is a Dominion. So they have a little bit more autonomy, and they're kind of our faction's toehold on the other continent, as you can see. But they're not going to be too relevant anyway, not for a while. So Equestria is run by Princess Celestia. You have her biography here. You can go ahead and read it. But she is basically an immortal being. known as an alicorn. It says there's 3 types of ponies, essentially. Like think of them as sub-races to ponies as a whole, and they all have different abilities. And because Princess Celestia is an alicorn, she essentially has all of their abilities. And she has a sister named Luna. So right now, the nation is, I guess you could say, suffering or benefiting, I think suffering, from what's called the Stagnation of Harmony. For more than 1,000 years, Princess Celestia has been ruling the lands of Equestria. Life is peaceful, slow, and mostly uneventful. As such, the country is less open to radical changes. So this means that there's more stability in the country. In fact, we have a 100% stability, which is the maximum amount we can possibly get. So that's good for our factory output, and we have less factories that are being spent on toasters, basically, and we get a little bit more political power every day. However, our war support is reduced, and in fact, there's several different factors here that make our war support 0. We don't have there's not a single person in the country who would support any war right now. It greatly reduces our political power gain. It greatly increases our research time. Plus 35% is horrible. Actually, I think it used to be worse in other earlier patches of this mod. And we get less factory output, and our military leader cost is added by another 200. So if we were to... Well, we'll check out the military leaders later. We also have the national spirit called Alicorn Sisters. Again, this is a bit of lore. Basically, Princess, and this is actually going to become really important to what I'm doing, but Princess Celestia and her sister Luna control the sun and the moon, respectively. And a long time ago, Luna basically felt that she wasn't receiving her proper glory, her proper recognition, her proper respect, and she wasn't receiving attention from either Princess Celestia or from the nation because she worked at night while everybody's asleep, whereas Princess Celestia is the one who brings the sun up and down every day, so she gets higher praise. And Luna, due to these emotions that she was feeling, well, this is actually a little bit fuzzy because it could be because of the emotions she was feeling. Some say it's because she was possessed by these like kind of evil forces, but she turned into this thing called Nightmare Moon, and there was a civil war between her and Celestia, and then Celestia won and banished her to the moon, literally to the moon. She locked her in the moon, and then Celestia had to do both of those things. They have since reconciled, and because of that, you have the Alicorn Sisters effect, which is giving us more stability, war support, division recovery rate, and political power gain. So those are all very good. Next, Home of Pony Kind. This is where the ponies come from, so we get bonuses to do that. And then finally, there's the Magic of Friendship, which increases our stability because ponies were never warmongers. The magic of friendship lives in their heart. However, because all this friendship is going around, it's really hard to construct more military factories. Less people want to join the army. It reduces our recruitable population by 1.10%, and right now we can only recruit 1.5% anyway. So this means we have a very small amount of ponies that we can call on to join our military, particularly since we're just on volunteer only right now. Because there's never any war. There's never any war. Everybody's happy. There's no reason to join the military. It also increases our division training time. Interestingly enough, our recovery rate is increased, but I suppose that makes sense. Recovery rate being how quickly a unit that's hurt can recover. And our war support also goes down as a result of this. So, whew, that was a mouthful. Alright, other things we have to go over. We can wait on the military stuff. First off, let's take a look at our research slots. So as you can see, because of the Stagnation of Harmony, it's taking an additional 30% time, although the export focus is slightly offsetting it, to research anything. So we got to be kind of careful. Although we are part of the Pan-Equestrian research, so that means us in the Crystal Empire and New Maryland can all share our technology with one another. So because we're really suffering from these the negative research effect, the first thing, of course, I want to do is get electronic mechanical engineering, which is going to reduce the research time by 1%. Another very cool thing about this mod is it has its own tech tree, and actually has multiple different tech trees depending on what country you're playing. Well, first off, there's an extended one. So for those of you who've played vanilla Hearts of Iron 4, you know that, for example, electronics stops right around here, but this one keeps going. But what I wanted to show actually is the pony technologies. So you have the different, because this is a pony country, you get pony technologies, and they're divided into two broad sections. First you have the Earth and the Pegasi ponies. So the Earth ponies are basically just super strong horses, and then the Pegasi are just what they say, they're horses with wings. And then you have the unicorns, so these are the actual magic ponies. And so they have some really interesting abilities down here, which I certainly am going to be taking advantage of. And I'll probably also do some other things over here. But we're not going to get to the race stuff just yet. We're just going to get our basic machine tools and our construction, and that'll be all for right now. All right. Unique focus trees. There's a lot of different ones. There's many different directions we could potentially go in here. I'm not going to go over this entire focus tree right now because we're actually going to be switching it. I think you guys know, if you have actually looked at the title of this video, that I'm not going to be staying as Equestria for long. So we're just going to hold the friendship games though, which is going to give us a little bit of political power and some more stability, and just basically the rest of the pony kingdoms on this continent, as well as the Yak kingdom of Yakistan, are all just going to be a little bit happier. We're all going to like each other a little bit more. Alright, we got most of our military factories assigned. Let's just put the rest in infantry since we have a bit of a deficit here. So right now we're building infantry equipment, support equipment, towed artillery, and some early fighters. And that's about it. Okay. Construction, civilian factories. We have a ton of little areas that we can build. What I'm going to focus on for right now is I'm going to build some infrastructure out here in Manhattan, since this is probably our biggest city, even though it's not a capital. But also it's going to give us a little bit more steel. And that's all I'm going to be building for a while, is probably just the infrastructure here. And then, in fact, wait a second. Let's already just queue it up. So we're going to build some infrastructure out here in Manhattan. Then we're going to put some more here in Canterlot, which is our capital. Also, you may notice there are 3 different resources here. We, of course, have the aluminum, which is good for things like planes, and steel, which is good for basically everything. But there is another new resource called crystals. So crystals can be used to store magic. They're used for magical technology, and this goes back to the unique, yeah. Also note the art in the background. Some of these unique technologies. So if we go over here to infantry equipment, some of you might have noticed this when I was here earlier, you have your weapons and equipment slots up here. Instantly, I do like this little change here where you do have to get support weapons before you can get night vision. But if you take a look at this, you have your regular infantry equipment here, but underneath, right here, we have the Lunar rifle, prototype 3. This is these are magic guns, and I've talked to the devs about this, and what it's basically is these are guns that have been imbued with magic, so somebody who doesn't know how to use magic can use them. Now you need these for certain types of divisions. For example, if you want to build magical infantry, and I'll talk more about that later when we get to it. You can you'd have to research magical rifles. And there's other, and then for example, there's other races. So for example, if we were to go over here to the Griffonian Empire, these are Griffins. They're going to have their own tech tree, but they also have certain units that require a magical rifle to operate. All right, so we got a lot of unassigned divisions here. Our army's pretty weak, not great as far as like composition goes. We have the Wonderbolt's Land Division right here, which is basically the standing air force, I guess you could call it, of Pegasi. And there's a Harmony Division and an Equestria Division right here, but for the most part, we're looking at basically cops and coast guards here. We don't have very many army commanders here. So let's see, we're going to put most of these, we're not even going to deploy these anywhere, because just for role-playing purposes, it's like, there's no war, we don't have to place our armies along any sort of border, but we're gonna give these to Fast Clip, and then we've only got the one Field Marshal, Prince Blueblood here, who has some pretty good bonuses, so let's just go ahead and do that. Okay, now, we need to let the clock run for a while, so let's take a look at the broader situation. Just so we have an idea of what kind of threats and things are going on. First off here we have the Crystal Empire under Princess Cadenza, and without getting too much into the lore of the Crystal Empire, because I might play the Crystal Empire sometime for the channel, they are nominally independent, but they're really part of Equestria. So it says right here, integrated puppet. And there's actually some paths that we can take in the focus tree down here, increasing our presence, where we can integrate them further and also make them more powerful. Over here is Stalingrad, which is a bit of a mixed bag as far as its relation to us, because they could possibly go to war with us. They could possibly be an ally of ours, because we're both ponies. Alright, here we go. Friendship games. The annual celebrations of the Friendship Games in Crystal City have just come to a close, with Princess Celestia herself holding a moving speech about friendship and its importance for pony kind, blah, 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 blah. All the ponies were all happy. Okay, next. We are going to, I think, do some buffalo relations over here. So there is a small buffalo chiefdom down here, and we're going to try to absorb them, just to get rid of this little splotch in the country. Alright, what else is going on? Oh yeah, so Stalingrad, they're communist. They're the main communist power on this continent. They could potentially attack us, or they could be an ally of ours because they're ponies. The definite antagonist of this continent, the Emperor is dead, that has to do with the Griffonians. Definitely going to do a Griffonian Empire playthrough at some point. Alright, these are the main antagonists of this continent. The Changeling Lands and their leader, known as Queen Chrysalis, they basically tried to do an excursion into Equestria's sphere of influence. This is stuff that happened during the show. I don't want to spoil things, but they were defeated, and Queen Chrysalis had to go back into her lands. And now they're essentially rebuilding, and what usually happens, at least in my personal playtesting, is that they are going to go for the kingdom of Olenia here, and then they will eventually attack Equestria. And there's going to be other things they do in between that, but it's all about the changelings and when they're going to attack. Alright, this is a super important event here, right? With all the things going on in the world nowadays, Princess Celestia hardly spends her time with her sister Luna. Ponies don't see Luna. It says right there, the sister. Ponies don't see Luna on the meetings very often because she is sleeping during the day. Princess Luna wishes for more attention from her sister, as she fears the dark powers will consume her once more. So we've got two decisions here. We can say we love you, Princess Luna. We're gonna lose 50 political power, but it's gonna keep her happy. Or we can say we don't have time for that, which is actually gonna give us political power, and we don't pay attention to Luna, and this is gonna open our Nightmare Moon focus. And the Nightmare Moon focus is what I am gonna do after we're done, maybe with this Buffalo relations thing. And then things are gonna get interesting. Okay, it looks like the Crystal Empire seems to regularly send more divisions. We're just gonna keep putting them aside. We'll give them a commander, I guess, Whiplash or something. There we go. But mostly we are just... Oh, whoops, sorry, I thought I had gotten some convoys going. Okay, so now what we're mostly doing is just running up the clock. So there's a lot of... characters, of course, from the show that are involved in these nations. Okay, wait, what are we gonna do here? I think... Let's do weapons and equipment. Alright, Prywin Civil War ends. This is kind of an interesting country out here, the Griffonian Revolutionary State. They're the ones who just won. This is a nation, actually, that starts in the middle of a civil war when the game does. So if you want to jump right into a war, you can go do that. Alright, I talked about Stalingrad. What else is going on, at least on our continent? We do have the Dragon Tribes out here, which are not very big, but they also own an area of the Badlands here. We could probably take that if we were continuing to play as Equestria. Oh, hold on a sec. The left rallies. Many big cities saw communist, socialist, workers, and sympathizers going on the Solidarity March through the major streets. The event is dedicated to the Labor Day celebrated on the 1st of May. These ponies say that they share their solidarity with all the oppressed working class creatures of the world. I've got two options here. I can crush the demonstration or just let them march. That will hurt me. I'm going to let them be. That's going to take away some of my political power. But that's okay. Now, if you were to just gun them down for marching, this would open up a couple of issues. First off, it would open up the support the left tree, which basically this is where you can become communist, or it could eventually trigger a civil war. But we're not doing that path today. There's actually 3 different civil wars that could happen as Equestria. Alright, we have the buffalo problem. Basically, we can go to war to attack the buffalo chiefdom and absorb them. But we're just going to send the envoy, which is going to cost us political power. Alright, meanwhile, this has now opened the Dark Force, so after all that has happened, Ponykind has not shown any regret after abandoning me all those years ago. If this is what they think of me, then I will give them a reason to fear and worship the night. We're gonna start heading down the Nightmare Moon path. Okay, and the Buffalo Chiefdom accepted our friendship. We got a little bit of political power back. Haven't been able to spend political power on anything yet. Okay, so while things are going, other interesting things here is down here you have these development areas. So we are Equestria. We are relatively advanced in many other ways. So we have a developed science base. We also have a modern society, as well as oh yeah, and then this is just a race. This is just something I'm not a coder, but I think that they have to show that this is the pony race for the purposes of the tech tree. But the modern society, some nations don't start at modern society. So if you look here, as I hover over them, you'll see that there's different negative effects. Although if you're a communal society, you actually get additional attack and defense on your core territory, for example. So sometimes there's a bonus. Alright, let's see here. Let's build some infrastructure out here in Ponyville and Cloudsdale. Alright. There's also a bunch of decisions available, which I guess we should use. They have integrated the decisions in here, and there are a few that let us get some more infrastructure. We could also develop some more aluminum. We can get some, what's this, Apple Grove mines. This would give a research bonus for industry. Oh, that's pretty cool. I haven't looked at all of these yet. Alright, but we are going to... We're not spending political power or anything else. Let's just build some infrastructure. Yeah, that looks good. I think we'll at least get this done before the war starts. At least 2 of them. Any other decisions I can make? Apple Grove mines. No, I don't need that. I like this one. Baltimore aluminum. Let's do that. Let's just develop the country. Alright, we need more research. Unfortunately, we only start with 3 research slots. Not a whole lot, but we can get more. There's actually a whole science branch over here that'll rapidly, well, not rapidly, but it'll pretty quickly deal with your research problems down here. I guess I could do a little brief overview. Going down this way is basically where you integrate some of the southern areas of Equestria. Going down this way, you can this is basically where you begin to form more alliances. So that would be with, for example, Yakistan and the Kingdom of Olena. Although it's not per se an alliance, Olena can get a little bit complicated. You have your industry tree over here. You have the Crystal Empire tree over here. And then this is all the war stuff. But here's the thing: you actually can't take the Urgent War Committee until something serious is going on, such as a civil war. So we're not even going to look at that right now. But now we can go into the Eternal Night supporters. The time has come, children of the night, come out and join the fight, for all Equestria shall know our might. So this is the focus we're going to take. Demanding Johan's abdication? It's a fight against what's it called? Paradox. All right. New event. New Moon supporters. We do not have much time, but we need to pick a group that we want to try to convert to our side. One of them will make valuable allies in the future. So I'm actually not totally sure what each of these do 100%. Sorry, I've got a kind of stuffy nose today. We're going to try to get the support of the workers. I'm not sure what that means, but maybe more industry. Alright, new Daring Do book. Daring Do released the book. Okay, this is just an author in the... This is like J.K. Rowling meets Indiana Jones in their world. And the rainbow-haired character showed up again. Speaking of characters, so if you play as Equestria, once you get more political power, you can actually start getting political advisors and things like that, which includes some of the people from the show. For example, we have here Twilight Sparkle, who is, you know, obviously a pretty big character, and she has some seriously good effects, but we can't use her right now. But excellent abilities. I think it's kind of mandatory if you're playing as Equestria, you have to grab Twilight Sparkle. But you also have... Oh, wait a minute. Looks like a civil war just broke out in Olenia. I've actually never seen this happen. Supporters of Queen Velvet stormed the Olenian capital with an aim to restore the monarchy under Queen Velvet. Okay, now this is because this dude, Johann, basically staged a coup. He staged a coup and made himself king, and then Velvet here is the one who... She's sort of more closely tied to Equestria, and you can take focuses that will... you support her. But it looks like a civil war broke out without Equestrian support. Doesn't look really good for her, though. And the changelings are probably salivating at that there's a civil war in this country that they want to absorb. Alright, next, no sense in putting it off anymore. Let's get the mechanical computing. Alright, where was I? Oh yeah. So other characters from the show, you can get Fluttershy as a nuclear scientist, which I'm told is some sort of reference to a Fallout mod or something that involves Equestria. You've got Rarity down here, who can be a uniform designer, which will lower your heat and winter attrition, which is, I guess, because she's designing good uniforms. But also, I think it's funny, you get a higher division recovery rate, so I guess that's because the uniforms also just look good, and so it increases their recovery. That's pretty funny. Who else is out here? Pinkie Pie and Applejack are not here. They're actually generals, which are not available right now, but they can become available later. Alright, Eternal Knight Supporters is done. Let's go keep working on the Buffalo. Because I'm not 100% on what exactly triggers the uprising of Luna. I'm not sure if it's a time thing or if I have to take the focuses. I don't really know. Not 100% anyway. What else can we do here? Oh, there it is! Civil War. Okay. Chaos in Canterlot, because sometimes the Civil War won't trigger until 1008, but I guess they updated it. Now, Civil War. Chaos in Canterlot. Princess Luna has become Nightmare Moon once more, whether willingly or not. She fought Celestia to a draw, and before being forced to flee. With some rather misguided supporters, she has created the Army of Night, an army of traitors to forcefully take Equestria in her name. With the elements out of commission, Loyalists' only choice is to fight back. This will be nothing less than a full-blown and bloody civil war. So we can actually choose to side with Equestria or the Lunar Empire. We are going to be going with Luna and the Lunar Empire for this first one on the channel. Okay, yeah, so there's a little bit of flipping around there. Okay. Wait, what is this? Queen Velvet of the Kingdom of Elena has sent us an official request for help. We're not interested in foreign conflicts right now. Okay. So this is the Lunar Empire, which when you think about it is a fancier way of saying Moonrise Kingdom. Man, I like Wes Anderson. Anyway, so we are now the Lunar Empire, so this is Nightmare Moon here. And let's see, she has a little bio. Nightmare Moon is the corrupted form of Princess Luna, the younger sister of Princess Celestia. Nightmare Moon was created as an alternate personality during Luna's lunar banishment. In a land under Nightmare Moon, the night reigns supreme and the ideals of harmony is shattered. Probably should say are shattered. The Lunar Empress reigns over all in her lands, wishing to establish a world of law, order, and eternal night. And as Empress of the Night, we have a quicker justify war goal time, so we can go to war with people quicker. We get a little bit more political power every day, which is of course good because that's what everything is spent on. And when the AI is playing it, they've been modified more to focus on offense. Okay, now let's start getting to work. So it's the start of a civil war. There's a lot of land to cover, so we got to do a little bit of organizing. We have some small sets of divisions down here. We do have quite a few commanders, which is nice. But let's first just organize everybody. We got 2 divisions over here. Whoops. And we're actually going to put you guys right here. And who else is unassigned? We got 26 divisions here. Let's take out the... So we've got Pegasi divisions, but we also have Bat Ponies, which are another race entirely that support Luna. So, for example, this one here... Oh, geez, I can't pronounce this. Tzekka Tribazkna. Well, she has a pretty good ability. Queen of Terror. Anyway, so this would be a bat pony, for example. Yeah, cool. We have quite a few to choose from here. All right, but we need to pick our field marshal, who is going to be in charge of the whole operation. Unfortunately, you can't get Luna as a field marshal. So we are going to go with, let's see, we got this guy, Sanguinary Prince. Also, something you're going to notice in a lot of the generals here is that they get bonuses on attack and defense during the night, which makes sense. But we're going to go with Spec here. I do like the extra entrenchment. And he's level 2. He's got some decent skills over here. Less supply consumption, more planning speed, more defense, more attack, compared to this Sanguinius, who's only a skill level 1 on everything. So we're going to make Spec our field marshal here. Also, they did take the time, I've noticed, to create unique names here. So you have the Death Brigade, Full Moon Division, Mother Luna Royal Guards, things like that. Okay, we want to put a good general in charge of these people. Let's go with... yeah, we're going to go with the Queen of Terror one here. So she's going to lead most of these divisions. And over here, the Pegasi we'll put with Midnight Blossom. And maybe eventually we can turn these into, I don't know, some sort of armor. Whatever. We got more Night Guard down here. This, I think, will be good. Tempest Wind, minus 50% for the out of supply because she's a commando. And we're kind of isolated out here, so we'll do Tempest Wind with her. And then down here, what's this area? The Northern Croissant. Yeah, because we're going to be shooting for Los Pegasus here. We're going to put... let's see, Winter Attrition. We are going into the winter. This one's got more defense. This one, I think Cloud Skipper. They could consume less supply. All right, we're going to do Cloud Skipper here. And I think we're basically set. But no, we still need to make a front line. It's the start of the Civil War. There's a lot of stuff going on. All right, the key is Lost Pegasus. Well, of course, actually, really the key is Canterlot. We need to take Canterlot. I'd like to take Canterlot as quickly as possible. Right here. Why can't I draw the line? What's going on here? I made the front line, right? Something bugging out. There we go. Okay, so we're going to get to Canterlot, which I do like the detail. You can see that it's on the mountain here, like Minas Tirith. Alright, yeah, we got a lot of things to do. We have to actually assign all these factories. We're just going to put 2 over here in artillery, and everything else will go into infantry. We also need to do something with our focus tree. I'm thinking we can go to the Lunar War Economy, which is pretty good. It'll switch our economy law to war economy. Also, another one of the changes in this game is when you go to war economy or total mobilization, you lose political power now in this version of the mod. So that's something else you have to think about when you're changing it, which I think is good. I think that's a good change. So it makes you have to think about it a little bit more. All right. What else was I doing? Let's build some military factories just out here. I don't think we're gonna get much built during the Civil War. Right, I was supposed to be taking a focus. There's a lot to do here. Okay, so we're going to go with the New Moon Volunteers. The various cults and supporters that have been hiding in plain sight from the Equestrian authorities for over 1,000 years have come out of the woodwork to support our armies. So that's only going to take 35 days. Also, we have this National Spirit Civil War, which is creating some negative effects, obviously. We're in the year 1007, I think. Yeah, we're going to need dispersed industry for sure. And let's get mechanical computing and the radio. The radio is going to help during the war right now. Good news is we don't have the stagnation of harmony. Our people are a little bit more organized. Okay, yeah, we're... Equestrian Civil War. Dark news from Equestria earlier today at 7 o'clock, 9th of October, 1007. Nightmare Moon, just like the dark, evil pony from Old Ponytails, has returned to lay claim to what she believes her rightful place on the throne. Following this, she has raised a stunning amount of supporters against Princess Celestia and the quote-unquote tyranny of the sun, as they call it. The newly established Lunar Empire, as they have decided to call it, has gained control over the entire eastern coast of the nation, with the two royal sisters now fighting for power. Pardon me. Equestria has unwillingly and unexpectedly entered a new era. Will the sun reign supreme? Will the moon shroud Equestria and its citizens in an eternal night? Only time will tell. Okay. I don't think. Let's see if I can finish this war in this part, because I do have to go to work later. All right, dockyards. Just do that, and we're gonna slow the game down a little bit. Stop playing on max speed so I can micromanage. Oh, what? Looks like some divisions spawned in Ponyville. All right, let's try to cut up here to Cloudsdale. They're gonna try and reinforce Canterlot. Also, these two, I want you guys to just go for right now. Just go, 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 go. What's this? All right, we're getting low on manpower. Yeah, we've only got 87 replacement as far as the population goes. Not great. All right, but taking Canterlot is the key. They got all those factories. It's their capital. If we can do that, we get a nice early advantage in the war. But there's just so much land to cover. That's the issue here. Just an enormous amount of land to cover for both of us. So these borders are going to get really, really ugly. Oh, did I already build a military factory? What just happened? Oh, man. Stalingrad just took a couple of provinces here because I didn't talk about it, but they had claims on some of these areas south of the river. And they just took them, taking advantage of the Civil War. I think they did. I'm pretty sure they did. Alright, what am I going to do with this military factory? Just build it out here or something. Alright, we've almost reached Canterlot. We managed to weave our way in. Be also nice if I can get this air base here too, because it's centrally located. Alright, we're going to get to Cloudsdale, and then swing to the left. Right, great. Lunar takes Canterlot. Lunar followers rejoiced and cheered today as their forces bravely fought their way through the equestrian capital of Canterlot, eventually managing to seize the entire city from Celestia's forces. And so on and so forth. Great. But the war is far from over, because as we can see here, they're still only 12% towards capitulation. We need to get them to 100, obviously. Let's see if I can get to Yonder Hill over here. I'm not sure how long these two are going to last. Lunar Terror, Your Majesty, it has come to our attention that many different parts of our military are showing deep resentment and hatred for the enemy. While this isn't a bad thing per se, it carries with it the side effect of increasingly frequent hate crimes against not only prisoners of war but also civilians that now fall under our occupation. The longer the war drags on, the more bitter the troops become, and with their bitterness, the crime rate increases. War is war. So I just lost some manpower and political power, and now I'm officially at 0 pony power, I should say. What is this? Revolt successful. Go, my armies. The night will last forever. I don't think that's... okay, no. This is the trigger for... so now what's going to start happening? For those of you who have ever played the Kaiserreich mod for Hearts of Iron 4, this is basically like when the United States breaks out in the Second American Civil War. You start having all these countries that break off. So we have the Celestial State right down here, the Disciples of Nightmare Moon. The Disciples of Nightmare Moon are basically people who support me, obviously, but they're technically a different country for right now. But there's just basically a smaller war going on down here. All right, what is this? Opening up a second front. For the last couple of months, General Speck and General Midnight Blossom have been hard at work trying to pitch their plans to open up a second front against the Loyalists. General Speck has proposed that we use the Los Pegasus crime families and their support to our advantage and launch an attack on Los Pegasus, while General Blossom has proposed we sneak our troops through the Crystal Mountains and into Winnie. I think that's up here. Yeah, Winneapolis. Into Winnie to attack the Loyalists from behind and hopefully cut off their contact with the Crystal Empire. So let's see here. An attack on Los Pegasus will break the Loyalists. Taking Winnie will break Equestria's spine. Scrap both of the plans. Those ponies will be put to better use elsewhere. I'm thinking Los Pegasus because if I could get Los Pegasus, I could theoretically get in a position where I could join these three fronts. We'll see what happens. Actually, okay, so it looks like I just spawned a bunch of divisions down here. Oh, nice, and they're all regulars, so they're getting a 25% combat modifier. We'll put you in these army. Also, let's change the color. We need dark colors. We're the Disciples of Nightmare Moon, right? Get that sunny shit out of here. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to curse. I'm trying to curse less in my videos. It's a problem, and I think it's making me sound ignorant. Logistically we're fine. I think our biggest problem right now is we lack pony power. Actually, no, I just got a bunch of pony power. Was that there before? Or am I crazy? No, it wasn't. Oh, anyway. We don't need too many fighters. Let's get a little more support equipment. Oh, it's because I took Canterlot. That's why. Because I think I have everything cored out here. So it's kind of like also the Chinese Civil War, where the further you advance, you're getting those cores. Alright, so we did take a couple of these real quick. Oh, very successful operation, it would appear. Alright, let's get you going that way. You're going to try to link up. You are going to go down here to Rockville. You're going to go here, and you're going to go here. Actually, no, you're coming over here. We need to link up with Los Pegasus. It looks like we caught her napping. Alright, war in the South. The Workers' Ponies Party in Baltimore rose up and took over the city. Okay, yeah, basically, this whole section is all split up into various different countries. So the Mare Republic is the communists. You have the Free Jungle Nation here, which is just this guy named Caballeron. He's a bad guy. He's... Okay, but there's a lot to go. So sorry. Alright, so you have the Celestial State, which is loyal to me. I mean, not to me, to Equestria, which is led by Daring Do, who's basically Indiana Jones. And then her rival is this guy, Caballeron, who has seized this jungle nation. And then you have the Disciple, and he's kind of just out for himself. As you can see, he's non-aligned. And then you've got the Disciples of Nightmare Moon, which are on my side. And then you've got the Mare Republic. Oh, nice. Traitors on all sides. Yeah, well, except for right here. And then the Mare Republic are communists. Alright, back to the war. Okay, yeah, they're all just declaring war down there. And actually, unless they patched it out, you used to get pop-ups where you could switch to one of these. So again, it's like the American Civil War, the Second American Civil War in Kaiserreich, where when you have the Pacific States of America breaking off and things like that, and you can choose to play as them during those times. But you have to trigger the Civil War first. Okay, we need to get this naval base. They're getting supplies from here. Also, oh wait, Van Hoover Commune. I think that's Confederation of Southern States. We're getting a lot of countries breaking off here. So this commune is now broken off, and it looks like these two divisions are definitely going to die. But the Confederation of Southern States is broken off, which just take one look at that flag, and that'll tell you all you need to know. Alright, Tall Tales, counter-revolt. So we lost control of Tall Tales. So it looks like this area, remember we had all this, they just counter-revolted against us. Which is kind of annoying. Not as annoying as these front lines, I'll tell you what. Okay, we gotta get these guys some supply. They're gonna start losing organization. So we need to get to Amsterdam over here pretty quick. Just can't seem to get this one division though. Okay, good. More military factories are on the way. Okay, we're gonna try to strike towards Winneapolis. If I could get these to link up, that would be good, because then we can have a nice encirclement out here. No, come this. No, stop attacking. Come this way. Okay, I guess they want to fight. I know I don't have any front lines up here. I'm going to work on that eventually. Right now, I'm micromanaging everybody. Come on, get over here to Amsterdam. You have to get organization. Get some supplies. Alright, anyway, well, we've seized Canterlot. Let us continue to press the offensive, although we're going to keep one of you here in Canterlot permanently. Alright. Okay, this is what I was talking about. So now I could tag over to any of these countries, the Mare Republic, the Celestial State, or Deep in the Jungle. We're not going to do that, though. We're going to stick as the Lunar Empire. Okay, you get down here to Bales. See, encirclements are a real potential problem. How close are they to capitulating right now? They're still... Equestria is still just 37%. Okay, good. We're done with the New Moon Volunteers. Now, let's go over the Lunar War economy, which is going to give us a lot of industrial buffs. Sorry if I'm getting a little bit quiet, but I'm also trying to focus here. All right, Lunar Volunteers. We've organized drafting centers in all major cities and towns. More ponies are willing to join our army. Good news. Okay, great. So this gives us an additional 12 divisions, which don't look to be great, but it is something. We'll give them to... what do we got here? Yeah, Neon Edgy. What a name. What were their parents thinking? And we're going to put these... where do we want to prioritize these 12? I would like to kind of split this in half. All right, we're going to put them over here next to Ponyville. And we'll draw an offensive line here to Raspberry Grove. Let's also change that. Come on, let's go. Let's go deepest, darkest black. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, once they're in position, we'll be good to go. We've got these... we have our Pegasi divisions. I've been neglecting them. Alright, let's start using their speed to our advantage and start sniping all these victory points. Come on, why are you not... they keep turning around. Go to Amsterdam. Oh, they've lost organization. Fantastic stuff. Great, so that means I have to now waste time bringing this division down to link up with them. But we'll have encircled anybody who's in there, although it doesn't look like there's anybody in there. We also trapped an Equestrian division down here. All of you guys, or not you, not the ones defending here, I want you to start heading up the coast. And we got to get to Tall Tales, since Tall Tales is their capital. And Equestria still has so much... they're so far away from capitulation, I don't think we're going to be able to win this until we get all the way to Tall Tales. Oh no, we got another isolated division out here. And they're starting to advance forward here in the north, which is troublesome. Let's deploy our navy. We do not have any commanders. I can't spend 0 political power because I'm in the negatives. Wow. Alright, what's their manpower looking like? Okay, okay, if worst comes to worst, we can just grind down Celestia, because she has much less population available right now than we do. Because we already have taken Canterlot, we've taken Los Pegasus, we've stolen her major centers of recruitable population. Okay, finally, this is done. No, come this way. There we go. Alright, my Pegasi are doing quite well. They move very quickly. Which is kind of funny when you think about it. Like, they're all horses, so the Pegasi are the super faster horses, because they've got wings. What is this? People's Republic of Black... oh, no, that has to do with wars on the other continent. Alright, this is really worrying me. These divisions here in the north. And Canterlot just got cut off. Okay, fill in this hole. And you guys keep pressing to the west. No, what are you doing? Stop it. Come down this way. Geez, these divisions won't die, will they? There we go. Okay, the taking of the coast is going very well so far. How's the capitulation? They are a little bit over halfway there. Logistics! Everything looks good to me. Where the heck are they going? Why are you going that way? Stop it. Come over here to Tall Tales. And go. Just all AI battle plans. That way they're just seizing any sort of gaps in any line they can find. So we're also going to put everybody on aggressive. We do have, as long as we have the pony power and we've got the equipment, I don't see why we can't do that. Alright, any traits I can give my field marshal. I think charismatic could be good. He's already got defensive doctrine. Yeah, we'll go with charismatic. To increase their recovery rate some more. Yeah. I think it's it's almost won, especially once we get Tall Tales, but we still need to get, let's see, we still need to get to Winneapolis here, Liverpool. There's a lot of small towns we still have to hit. Oh, it looks like the Confederates are attacking the Buffalo. The Cowboys are attacking the Indians. Unheard of. Okay, lunar economy is done. Next, we've got a few things here available to us. We can support the disciples. What do we got here? A firm hoof, replace fragile rule with celestial resistance. We could introduce mandatory military service, which would increase our recruitable population by 3%, which is pretty significant because right now we're at only 1.5, so that would get us to 4.5, but it's going to cost us political power. We will not win this war with guns alone. We will need more troops as the war progresses, and to achieve that, we'll have to introduce a form of mandatory military service. Of course, not every pony will like this, but who cares about their opinions? Sounds good to me. Alright, this has all been taken care of, finally. Now, let's move their front line to here. Do something like that. Lumis Loopers. Obsidians, Obliterators, Incantos, Invincibles. Alright, let's head. Some of you are going to head this way. Actually, we'll get one of you just to start filling in this. Just to clean it up a bit. We'll send you zigzagging. I think I basically have it won anyway. So I don't need to worry about committing every single division to the front line. How's it going over here? Alright, they are getting pretty close to Manhattan though. Which is slightly worrisome. So we'll keep you here. And I think I could win before they get to Manhattan. Come on, get in there. Alright, where are my lunar volunteers? Okay, some of them are here, some are there. Uh-oh, we got another cutoff. Boy, what a pain this Civil War is. What's so war about civil anyway? How did we not take Tall Tales? What happened? Where did the divisions go? Oh my goodness. They went all the way back here. Where's the rest of them? These divisions are all over the place. It's a mess. It really is. We were right there. We were right next to Tall Tales. Dang, how annoying. Let's see if I can approach from the north. This guy's gonna die. In Manchester. Come over here to Luna Nova. I should properly have that, obviously. Oh no, did they get stopped just short of Winneapolis? Dang it! Alright, so we need to get up there so they can get supplies. They're starving. They don't have any organization. Without Winneapolis and Tall Tales, we can't win this war. Alright, they're cleaning all that up. You, come over here. Why do I have divisions on this front? That's a no-go. And the Confederation of Southern States has absorbed the Buffalo. It looks like the Disciples of Nightmare Moon are doing good. They're really pressing hard on the Celestial State. They're getting closer to Manhattan. And Canterlot's been surrounded. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Can I actually just... We're going to need more divisions. How many can I get out? Alright, about 20 or so. I should have been trading those earlier. Okay, finally we've taken Tall Tales. We've got to go to Salt Lake City now. We'll take Salt Lake City. And you can come over here. Actually, no, you go to this tile and then that tile. It's looking a little better, but it's still pretty hideous. We have so many divisions that have just been surrounded. I really got to get up to Winneapolis somehow. Where's the rest of them? Okay, my lunar volunteers are here. Where are these guys? Right here? Okay, you need to turn around and go to Winneapolis. Okay, up to Salt Lake City. Oh, there's a rogue division in here! Well, this was Civil War is taking a little longer than usual. It says the AI improvement, so when I was playtesting this before on the previous patch, Equestria would just kind of roll over, but I've noticed they are much better about taking advantage of any chance to encircle. Come on, get over there. Actually, here's what we're going to do. We're going to change this to a Pegasi division, so they move a little bit faster, because they go... Oh, they're only going 1.6 right now because of the attrition. Never mind. We've been cut off again! Alright, but we've got mandatory military service now. What's next? Military police grants us daily political power gain plus 20%, additional recovery rate. That could be pretty good. I don't think there's anything I want to get here. All this stuff can wait. Obviously, I can't begin the national reclamation until the Civil War is over. A review of the military could be good. Dang, I really want to finish the Civil War in just the first episode. So it's going to just be a long one. Alright, let's do military police. Additional political power is pretty great. How far are they from capitulating? They're 66% of the way there. Winneapolis is the key. Look at that. There's 25 victory points between these two towns. I gotta get that. We lost a city over here. How many divisions does she have? She's got about the same as me. Here's what we're going to do. We can't send these out early yet. As soon as I can, I'm going to send those out early just so they can fill some of these horrible gaps in all the lines. Okay, we're still holding on. We're still holding on to Counterlot, and that's what's important. Can I deploy these yet? No, they're only at 17%. Oh, we're finally done with radio, at least. Still 10:08. What do we want to grab here? Max planning could be good, but that's not going to help us before the war's over. Let's just grab the construction. And I think I could actually speed this up a little bit. Keeping an eye on this. 18%. We're almost there. I'm going to have to deploy these new ones I make right here in the middle. I'm getting chopped to pieces on my lines. Okay, finally made it to Winneapolis. Alright, now link it up with the rest. See, I'm kind of getting close to capitulation, and I've taken about twice as many casualties. A lot of that, I'm sure, is in both attrition and encirclements. Due to attrition and encirclements. That's what I meant to say. Alright, now that we've taken Winneapolis, how close are they? They're at 65%? How did it... Oh, they took back Ponyville. That's not a problem, because we're going to drop 21 brand new divisions right there. Now we're going to have some shortages, though. Right there. Okay. Because Ponyville just became the capital, so we need to get that back. But having Winneapolis is good. And actually, the Crystal Empire has not been called into the war, which is a little interesting. But I guess they're just too weak. The Crystal Empire is super weak at the start. They really are just a puppet. Alright, and the sooner I clear out all of these little pockets, the sooner I can get these divisions on a better front line. You see, look at this. We got two there down here. Wait, what is this? The Nightmare Moon supporters. Oh, That was weird. That shouldn't that have fired earlier? Letting me tag switch to them? Anyway, it doesn't matter. Okay, we're going to take you guys and reassign you here. Gotta get Middy's Marauders up there. Duh. Alright. Alright, Ponyville will soon be ours, once more. And Canterlot has been completely surrounded. We can't... If we lose Canterlot, I don't know what we're going to do, because that's going to be so much more manpower that they'll then have access to again. Alright, but everybody's advancing well. They're getting closer to Manhattan. Oh, dang it, one of my generals just got ill. Which was it? This one. Oh, it's fine. It's only one division. Come on, get there. Get on. Get on in there. Or go around. Whatever works. See, these are not strong divisions. They're very thin. These ones I just made. Oh, wow, these are brand new divisions, but they all still have new unique names. The Old Baddie Division, Moonrise Division, Albion Division, Black Devils, etc. That's pretty cool. I wonder how long that goes for. Alright, military police is done. I don't need standardized training. I need some infrastructure. Let's see. If I do a firm hoof, that is going to give me... Wow. Half a point of daily political power gain. And a higher construction speed, production efficiency cap. Well, there's a ton of good abilities here. Okay, we definitely need to grab that then. 62% towards capitulation. They're recovering. I don't like it. At least my volunteers are doing well. Nothing seems to be able to stop them ever. Geez. Okay, this still doesn't seem right. I'm starting to take back some of these cities. And I've lost Minneapolis again. We'll just get it right back. But even with that, they seem to be getting stronger. I'm wondering if they're taking some kind of focus that's making them this much stronger. Equestria, that is. Alright, we're almost done clearing out these divisions. Which means we'll soon be able to reassign them somewhere else. Wait, which one is this? There we go. And I'm losing factories too as they take my core areas. Come on. They've just locked themselves into Minneapolis. I've got a shortage of oil. We're gonna need more of these Royal Guards. Where did my... Oh my gosh, there's the problem. Where'd my offensive order go? Let's do that. Alright, hit it. There's the problem. I need to take Bitterberry and Luna Nova and so much else. They're so close to Manhattan. I'm really gambling a lot here. Wait a minute. Oh, are these their core states too? Could that be part of the reason? That they seem to be actually getting stronger? Alright, what have we got here? We can support the Disciples, Loyalist Turncoats. It seems that several Loyalist divisions have decided to switch sides. While any help is welcome, we should probably keep an eye on them. We can crack down on rebel groups. Let's do support the Disciples into the Loyalist Turncoats, because getting some extra divisions right now would be really, really welcome. This is going to be a super long episode. They're not all going to be this long, everybody. I promise you that. Alright, we've taken Winneapolis. Good. We need to take Tall Tales again. Oh, what a pain. We're kind of securing I'm looking at the map now, really. I've basically rotated the map. Let's try to take a little bit of this here. It used to be east-west, now it's north-south, as far as what we each hold. Alright, that's done. Come on. It's always something, isn't it? It's always something. What a fluid civil war. I'd love to see Emperor Tiger Shark do the Equestrian Civil War every day. It would look nuts. It'd be a nightmare. Some sort of nightmare moon. Or map. I guess map. A nightmare map. Okay, let's get you in here. Clearing them up. Got to take back Cloudsdale. How many victory points is that? Cloudsdale's 10. Yeah, we probably need to hold on to that. Tall Tales is 20. We got Winneapolis. Row Plains is 5. Oh, I've been paused. Sorry. It's so nice to be playing something besides vanilla, I must say. Let's delete a few of these orders here. Much better. Sorry, I keep pausing it when I think it's not paused. Alright, it looks like they've actually abandoned this front, which is pretty great for me. Oh, finally I defeated the ones at Cloudsdale. Alright, let's get my Air Force involved here. I don't have much. I've been saving them. But if I don't have much, I figure they can't either. How many planes does she have? Oh, she's got hundreds. Never mind. Never mind. Right, are these guys all ready? No, not yet. Lunar Terror again. I'm losing political power. I've been in the negatives for so long, I hardly even remember what it was like to not be in the negatives. Alright, time for the Loyalist Turncoats, and hopefully this will give me enough divisions. That'll give me that little bit extra I need to secure this eastern front. Alright, military help. We're sending infantry equipment to our faithful... Okay, so that one's helping them. Oh, they're already dead, aren't they? They're almost dead. That's fine. We can deal with those all later. Their sacrifice is greatly appreciated. Yeah, things have kind of stabilized, although they're going to probably take Philadelphia here unless I can get the jump on them. Alright, go. We're down to our last general here. What's going on? Move! Move! Still giving unique names to the divisions. Wow, how far does it go? We got Silverleaf, Moonshine, Loyalty, Eternal Washers, Keystone, Red Bat. All sorts of fun names. That is. You see, that's the kind of great attention to detail that I really like about this mod. Just the big amount of effort that's gone into it. I really appreciate it. Why are you guys not assigned somewhere? You're in this army now. Oh, we've almost got the link up over here. Alright, these guys are done. So let's put you here. We're going to have you start cleaning it up. Getting back our core lands. Right, Equestria now is getting pretty close. 72% towards capitulation. Still need a few more divisions. How bad are my deficiencies? I'm thousands of infantry equipment in the hole, but that's okay. The key is to just have men in the field. Or ponies in the field. Horses! Creatures! See, this is a bad idea right here. You guys need to be going around, going to Strasbourg, and then Detroit. Detroit! I haven't noticed that one before. Detroit. Detroit Rock City. Okay, finally, loyalist turncoats. Please tell me that I am going to get some more divisions now. How many more? 6. Well, beggars can't be choosers. It's something, and they're regulars. That's what I like, is at least these volunteers are trained, they're hardened. They took back Winneapolis. Once again, boy, what a dynamic civil war. Got a nice encirclement here. How much manpower does she still have? She's got 50,000. Oh, she went to extensive conscription. She's at 50,000 manpower left. Looks like a huge war just broke out over there in the Griffonia continent. No, don't go there. Cross these mountains and head to the Shire. Are you kidding me? This is where their capital is? Acornridge? I gotta go all the way up there? Alright, it looks worse than it is. Come over here. They are getting worn down. Between the casualties and the losing divisions via encirclement, they are at least getting worn down. Wondering if mage companies might be in the works. Yeah, let's get these mage companies. So this is unicorn power. Basically, we're gonna start getting some magic involved. We gotta unleash the magic if we are going to win this civil war. God, Celestia, just give up. It's all your fault. You didn't pay attention to me. You neglected me. Alright, Tall Tales has been recovered. Let's keep heading this way and then up to Acornridge. Alright, what still needs to be taken? We've got Winneapolis. We're linking up. If we can get here to Trotsylvania, then we'll cut off everybody. Oh no, we have to close this pocket, but we'll encircle everyone in this pocket. What's this? More lunar terror. Jeez, I'm gonna keep losing political power the longer the war goes on. Okay, what I need to think of. Okay, once I crack down on the rebel groups, I'm still not gonna have enough political power to really spend it on anything. but I can then destroy the resistance. So right now this celestial resistance effect is lowering a lot of my effects, such as my political power gain. Wait, yeah, come over here. Yeah, take that tile. She's got to be out of equipment too. That's what I figure. No, come on. See, I think they're starting to pull out of these areas. Yeah, they're pulling out of the east, mostly. Okay, what else can I do? Standardized. I can't do this until the Civil War's ended. I can do standardized training methods. Worthless. Celestial resistance. I don't know about that. I could review the military. Gain national spirit, soldiers of the night, additional attack, defense, and recovery rate. Yeah, let's do that. We'll review the military. Probably should have done that a while back. Okay, it's looking real good. I have some decisions available, but war bonds, improve workers' conditions, ban communism, industrial land appropriation. I don't think any of these are good. Apple Grove mines are opened. I need excavation for this stuff. Yeah, we're just... I could do emergency factory conversion. How many civilian factories do I have? Let's do that. Emergency factory conversion. Okay, so I just got a few more factories that should help a bit with my efficiencies. Oh, dang it. Almost had that encirclement. Couldn't quite get there. Couldn't do it. But this encirclement is complete. Finally. Let's get this, and still 1009. Okay. They must be close, right? 83%. We gotta get up here to Acornage. Although, how much are these worth? This is 5, this is 10. Actually, we might not actually need to go that far back if we can get a lot of these smaller ones. Alright, yet another encirclement. Alright, it's just a matter of time now for the celestial forces. Alright, how are my logistics? I'm actually starting to recover as far as the infantry equipment goes. I need to move where my planes are being used. Let's bring them over here. What's Salt Lake City? Salt Lake City's 5. We are so close. Right there. Just a little bit further. Might as well destroy the resistance. Yes, excellent, excellent. Closing up all these pockets. Very nice. We've got her on the ropes now. In fact, I think we can go to 5 speed. Oh, there was a white peace sign between the disciples of Nightmare Moon and the Mare Republic. Okay. Mage companies are done. Okay, we're gonna go... Yes, we're gonna stick with Grand Battle Plan. Damn it! When did they... Sorry for cursing. When did they take back Minneapolis? Are you kidding me? Oh, that just gave them back 10% or something. But it's okay. Okay, we got a ton of these that are not assigned anywhere. Select you all, and do we already take back Minneapolis? Okay, good. We're going to put you here. This is your only job, is to stick around Minneapolis and secure it. We might actually have to go to Anchorage. This gives me... Military factories never hurt. Acornage, my bad, not Anchorage. Acornage. There is a difference. How are my disciples doing in the south? Still doing okay. Still fighting the Celestial State with their little proxy wars. When did she has tanks? She's got tanks. Look. Oh no, we can't let those get out. Where's the teal ones? Yeah, there we go. Okay. Whoops. That was a misclick. Whatever. Damn, longest civil war ever, and more lunar terror. Okay, what was this? We got gain supporters help. We got more building factories and industry. Okay, was that the workers thing that I clicked on ages ago? Did that finally fire? There we go. More artillery is always good. What's left? What is possibly left to take? We're at 80%. They took back Tall Tales. It never ends, does it? There we go. More lunar terror. Geez, what does that cost me? 150 or something over the course of this campaign? Alright, let's take these even though it's ahead of time. So might as well take advantage of it. And yeah, I know I probably should wait the 30 days thing, but I'm focusing on the Civil War, so I'm pretty sure I'm just going to forget to do that. How's it going over here on the other continent? Couple wars. The Changelings still haven't mounted any sort of an offensive, which is a little strange to me. Oh, wow, can't believe that Celestia, she built tanks. Definitely was not expecting that one. We're suffering from sabotage too, but I can't really afford to put occupation forces in the back. Man, this episode's gonna take forever to upload. It's so long. Never doing this again. I promise I'll never have a Hearts of Iron 4 episode that's this long again. But this is the hardest part, winning the Civil War. After that, you're kind of on easy street. Well, easy street might be a bit of an exaggeration, but this is the hardest part of a Lunar Empire run, in my opinion. Right there, we're right there, 95% and counting. The Mead Resort. Can we take this? Or Salt Lick City? Yes, link up. Link up right here. Finally! Oh my goodness, Equestria has capitulated. Nightmare Moon has announced that the cowardly Equestrian nation can no longer withstand the pressure from the overwhelming presence of lunar forces throughout the country. The Equestrian government chose to flee the country and has gone into exile. Their main forces have capitulated and the Lunar Empire is now in control of their home state. The war against... wait, what? The war continues? Where? Who? Okay, no, let's just give it a minute. Okay, got it. I will take everything. Wow, that one was kind of long. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff that still has to be done, but thank you all for joining me for this inaugural episode of this campaign and the first showing of the Equestria at War mod. Like I said, you should check it out. If you watched this far into the video, I know you must be curious about it. Check it out. All right, so in the next episode, we're going to start. We need to recuperate from the war, and we need to start thinking about how we are going to reabsorb these break-off countries like the Celestial State and the Mare Republic and all this stuff. But Nightmare Moon is victorious. I'm going to get a drink. All right. Thank you all for joining me. Please subscribe and hit the bell so you're always notified whenever a new episode goes up. I'm Conquering History Games, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.